Hello everybody. Uh-oh, my battery's low. Hopefully we can get through this first part. So I'm going to do some pinto beans today. And so what I've done is spin around. Is I have these beans and I've washed them really well. Like these are wet. I've not soaked them. We're doing the dry method, but do please wash the beans really well. I'm terrible at this. I see a lot of videos where people are excited you can dry beans, but they don't wash them, and that makes me kind of nutty. I need my funnel. Okay. Tried to have everything ready. I don't even have my rings, so I'm going to take my washed beans and I pick through them for stones, dirt, all of that. In one of my other videos on beans, I do show you how nasty the water actually is. So, wash the beans. Okay. So we're going to take actually a half a cup. If you want to do quarts, do 1 cup. I don't know what I was thinking. I have a 1 cup measure. So I'm going to put a half a cup of beans in each jar. And these are to be used for whatever I need. If you'd like to do a bean soup video, let me know. We'll do that. Half a cup in each one. And one thing that I've noticed with doing beans is your beans always can differently. And what I mean is some will swell up a lot, some won't at all. If you have several kinds of beans you're wanting to do a can or 1 jar of each of your beans, black, white, pinto, etc. Can them and see how they do when they've cooked, because the older a bean is, the longer they take to cook. If you're prepping beans, keep that in mind. The older those beans are, if you've stashed them for 10 years, they are going to take you longer and more water to cook. So it might be beneficial to be canning a lot of those beans, and keep some, unless you have an unlimited water supply for a potential situation. So now I'm going to, did I finish my sentence on that? And it'll show you how those beans will do after they're cooked. So what I have here is some Better Than Bouillon ham broth. And I'm going to fill each jar to 1 inch of headspace. You will want to can these for 75 minutes. And if you live above, I think it's like 1,000 or 1,200 feet, you will use your 15-pound weight. Anything below that is 10 pounds. I'm using the Presto canner. So it requires 3 quarts of water for canning. Which is already in there. If you have hard water in your area, you'll want to add some vinegar. I'm going to add some more water. I left out. Adding some better than bouillon, ham flavored. It's a ham base. I don't know if you have that in your area. We have all kinds of flavors, vegetable. And if you're vegan, making vegetable broth, or purchasing rather, vegetable broth, I don't even want to talk to you. You eat vegetables every day, you should have an unlimited supply of veggie broth. Don't be buying that stuff. And you can use any flavor broth or just water in this if you like. You can season it any way you like. Garlic, onion powder, whatever you like. You can use veggie broth, pork broth. Save those pork bones. You can make pork broth with that. Broth ain't just for chicken. And probably the only broth I would not use would be beef. But you could. If you like beefy beans. Okay. So now I'm going to get a paper towel. And just wipe all of your rims. You want to make sure there's nothing there to impair your jar from sealing, because these will last forever. Well, you know, as long as the seal is okay. I get my lids by the sleeve from Lehman's. I do not use ball flats. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. Hey, don't bark in the house. You go outside. My senior citizens didn't want to go out there. And anyways, I'm going to see if they have the rings, because I have noticed the rings from Ball are, I don't know what they're doing, but they're yucky. So, and this is all a cold pack. So if you're doing a cold pack, cold jars, cold canner. Never, ever, ever put cold jars in a hot canner. They will break. I really, really like the Lehman's lids. They're very sturdy. They have a good amount of sealant on them, and I have not had one fail or unseal since I've started using them, whereas I was losing product with the new Ball flats and lids. Everybody has their opinion on that. It's just what I've been through, and I never had that happen before. Okay, so we're in the canner. Going to put the lid on. You want to line up your arrows. There's an arrow on your canner and there's an arrow on the lid. Going to turn it on when it starts to vent. Let it vent for 10 minutes. Then put your weight on. And when it starts to jiggle, set your timer for 75 minutes. And I will see you when we are taking these out of the canner. Okay, you guys. My buns are done. Can you see? Always open away from you. I can smell them. And we'll take them out. Unloading the canner when it's full is kind of like cutting the first piece of pie. You know what I mean? Still hot, hot, hot. And if you've never done beans before, these will still puff up as they cool. Almost knocked you down. That would have hurt. My husband's a bean lover, so these will work if I need to make refried beans or whatever else. I had no siphoning. I'll show you. Water is clear. And there's our beans. Buns. The beautiful fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans with every meal. Okay. I should probably edit that out. And I don't know how. So anyways, there's our pinto beans with the ham stock. And I just did them pretty basic so I can use them for anything. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you haven't subbed, think about that. And a thumbs up always helps. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, evening, morning, whatever it is where you're at.